Does Vicky approve it for the living room? Vicky's kind of sick and tired, I think, of my hobbies consuming the living room. But one more model car won't hurt. I always go 1 to 18 for. That's just because that the first one I ever got was for Christmas, like 3 years ago, and that was 1 to 18. And because of that, I like to stay consistent. But I think that's a perfect size. Like the 1 to 12 are really big and very expensive. The 1 to 43 are, or whatever it is, they're very tiny and they don't look that cool. So I just feel like 1 to 18 is perfect. And in this shelf that I have behind me, like they just kind of fit in like perfectly as well. Even though Vicky hates this shelf, but I think 1 to 18 is just like, that's the sweet spot. And like I don't mind spending some money on hobbies. Yes, sorry, ready. The players are ready. I'm ready. But like the 1 to 12 cars are like 600 euros each. Like that's pushing it a little bit, right? That's not something. That's not something you buy 5 of them of every year. Like the 1 to 18 are somewhat pricey, but they're not too bad. You like 1 to 24? I think a lot of the cars that I collect they're not available in 1 to 24. I mean, I can show you guys one if you want. Before we hop into the first game, I can show you guys one, just to give you an idea. Cool, Hellion. Got like 8 of them, mate. No banana for skills. Yes, guys, it comes with Blue Flame. Comes with everything. Alright, we're gonna kick things off on a fun and feisty map. It is Talisman. It is main event of the evening. It is Friday night. It is the year of the rabbit. And it's the day that they announced the Starcraft 2 for the Esports World Cup. So that obviously left us with a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to discuss. Here we go, guys. SpeCial versus Scarlett is our main event. Big Brain Bouts number 92. 150 bucks for the winner, 50 bucks for the loser. Let's hope it's a fun series between these two North American legends. Let's do it.
Let's get it on.
Round 1. Fight!
Opening things up with not 1 but 2 Rexes on the low ground. It is our Mexican Terran on a 2-series win streak in the BBB, trying to make it a hat-trick. It is SpeCial, aka Juanito. In the bottom left side, finally back on the Friday night. That makes me happy. It is great to see that the motivation is still there for the Canadian legend that is Scarlett, spawning as the Red Zerg. Technically, yes, Pertze. If you care about like the value, yes, I should leave them in a box. But I don't buy little model cars as a great investment. I buy it because I think they're fun. Makes me happy to look at them. That's it. That's I want to have some joy out of them, and I feel like they look prettier outside of a box than inside of a box. We all have our hobbies. So Talisman is a very unique map, guys. This is a map with a little worker path. So workers can go down, units cannot go down. What you can do, of course, is mine out some of these minor mineral patches. These are not real. And then you can open up the way for queens and links to go through. They're definitely not Lego. I do have 1 or 2 of the Lego F1 cards as well, but these are not Lego. They're incredibly accurate. But basically anything that happened on that specific race, every car that you buy is like of a specific race. They really model it after that race. So with the exact sponsors, the tires that were used, at least at one part of the race, the front wing height, all the specs, it truly is like a copy of that actual race. The one that I showed you guys earlier was from the Turkish Grand Prix 2-3 years ago, where Red Bull used the special white livery, just like they're doing this weekend. 4 Reapers looking for a queen. SpeCial gets a queen. That's pretty good. Overall, how do you guys like the Reaper opening on this map against the Zerg taking the forward base? I've got 1 Ferrari car, yeah. The Ferrari cars in general are made by a different company than most of the Red Bull cars, and they're a bit more expensive. So I only got 1. It's not much difference, but it's like 40 or 50 euros extra. I'm obviously I'm a Yuki fan. I'm a Max fan. So most of my cars are Red Bull, but I've got 1 Williams, and 1 Ferrari. And 1 or 2 Mercedes. Two Mercedes. 2 Mercedes cars, 4 Red Bulls, 1 Williams, 1 Ferrari. Reapers are going ham over here on SpeCial. I think overall strong start here by SpeCial. Also a great scout, right? Getting into the main base, seeing the lair, seeing the roach swarm. Oh, Reaper does die, another Reaper dies. But I think at this point you should never take too much damage from a potential counterattack. SpeCial's Reaper micro and his Reaper movement is still so damn good. He is in the end going to lose all of them here, but he did get a perfect scout, some lost mining time, 4 drones. Overall pretty good. If you could go to any F1 race, which one are you picking? Question that has been asked quite a few times, and I often say Suzuka, happening this weekend. I've never been to Japan, but I feel like everyone that goes to Japan always says Japan is amazing and I'd love to experience it once. I think Monaco would be kind of cool to see, even though it's not my favorite. Singapore, so my top 3 most of the time is Japan, Suzuka, Singapore, the street circuit, or Austin. Because I just think Austin is an amazing city. I love Texas, I love Austin, I think that's a great track. So, if I could have any choice, I think it would be those 3. Yeah, Monaco probably, like, I mean, to see the glamour and all the famous people would be cool once, right? But it's not, or maybe Vegas right now, actually. Vegas probably way up there. Vegas is number 4, if not number 3. But the other 3, I would always say Singapore, Japan, or Austin. Juanito is more than ready, guys, to keep a couple of roaches at bay, and that's why I didn't even really talk about it, didn't hype it up. He obviously got the scout, he's got the wall off, he's got the tank. I think overall SpeCial looking pretty strong here. 6 minutes into game 1, the main event. The Chinese Grand Prix, yeah, would be cool too. Definitely not at the bottom of my list. And Monza would be very cool as well. I mean, Reynor, can you guys believe that Reynor, once upon a time, this is a true story, guys. Reynor secretly went to the qualifying of Monza, and he didn't tell me because he thought I would be upset. He didn't invite me. And you know what? He's right. I was upset. He should be ashamed. I was like, mate, what the hell? You should be happy. That's cool. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. Obviously, I would have loved to be there, but he went with his girlfriend. If you have to choose between an old Dutchman and your girlfriend, I get it. I'd pick my girlfriend. At this point, round it out. It's not many races I wouldn't want to go to, mate. I'll tell you that much. Because I've still never gone to a race. Yeah, I think Sao Paulo is it's amazing. Guys, I'm sure that all of them are awesome. There's not many that I can look at and be like, I really wouldn't want to go there. Yeah, Sao Paulo would be sick too. 12 extra roaches on the way, but I think overall SpeCial's looking good here. We have a stim. Combat shield is about to finish up. Now there are some roaches with Donald and Claw. Scarlett, her creep spread, by the way, still as good as always. You gotta love it, you gotta appreciate it. You don't see a whole lot of Scarlett for a while, but the creep is absolutely still going, despite all the pressure that the Reapers have applied. I think this would be a decent moment to maybe unburrow some of these roaches and look for some damage. Roaches have actually snuck into the main base right now. I would have loved to see at least a few of them left behind. In a weird way, I want to say SpeCial's looking good, but then I'm sure that you guys will also tell me, Roddy, look at the supply, and then knowing roaches are already in the main base, maybe SpeCial isn't looking all that good. Maybe Scarlett, her multitasking and her macro is just a little bit too much to deal with. Bio skills incredibly well against roaches, but he obviously can take devastating damage. Now there is a drop happening on the other side of the map, and this is the last thing you want to deal with if you are a roach player. The roach one gets sniped as well, so Scarlett is temporarily not able to rebuild any of her roaches. It's a great drop, but does SpeCial have enough at home? Yeah, he kind of does. Maybe it's alright, it's close, it's fun. It's everything we want from a main event game 1. I think next year, slowly. If you promise to wear a Red Bull cap, I'm in. With a little number 1 or 33 on it. I'm afraid it's going to be 33 next year, but basically. Marines and Marauders, Stim forward, gun down a couple of the Ravages too in the center of the map. A couple of the Roaches on burrow in the back of the main. It's chaos, guys. That's the fun thing about playing some of these maps that the pro gamers, semi-pro gamers don't have a crazy amount of experience on yet. You can see, like, we are just swinging for the fences. We're going all out. SpeCial does gone down the center hatchery. Little drop in the main base still going as well. Like, SpeCial's down 60 supply, but it does feel like he's getting some victories. These two North American legends are putting on a show for us. Honestly, I'm still not sure. Yeah, this game is already crazy. Did one of the Evo chambers die? Yes, one of the Evo chambers that I do think had +2 armor on the way got picked off. There's no +2 attack. SpeCial, his eBay is about to complete +2. There is a 50 supply lead for Scarlett, and obviously 50 supply is a lot. But if it's only Roaches and Ravagers, and we've got Stim Bio with good upgrades, and maybe a safety tank. Oh, we don't have any tanks anymore. 0 tanks is rough. I'll be honest, guys, 0 tanks is rough. If you ever go to Silverstone, well, the thing is, I actually have a ticket to race at Silverstone in like some sort of Formula 3 car. Yeah, I've been very busy and a little strapped as well. Life has been a little tough, so. But we hopefully can make that happen this summer. I'd love to go to Silverstone too once. I think seeing something for the first time, guys, is always fun. I've said this even about baseball. Baseball is not my sport at all. But if I ever end up in a city and there is a fun baseball match and I've got good company, I'd go. I'd have a beer, I'd have a hot dog, and I'd watch some baseball. Why not? Spending good time with fun people, I think, is always a win. Maybe it's not F3. It's some sort of a formula, super formula, whatever. The guys got it for me for my birthday last year, but I just have not been able to travel to England yet. Would you watch cricket? That's kind of where I draw the line. I leave that up to Moulton and his ladies, but cricket is pushing it a little bit. But the MLB, I'm down. Ooh, the Infestors of Scarlett. 2 out of 3 get sniped. Only one of them lives. That's a big pickup on the side of SpeCial. Got 1 tank, 2 Widow Mines, 14 Marauders. What a game, by the way. Talisman delivering. Once more, making an argument that this map needs to be taken seriously because it might be crazy, but it is also fun. This is a great fight over here for the buyer, and supplies are closer than they've been in a while. And Scarlett is trying to go up to Hive. Seems like one of the medevacs died here to the spores. Roaches in the main, Roaches in the natural, Roaches in the third. What is happening? This is Starcraft. Man, what a game. It's just battling everywhere. What a game between SpeCial and Scarlett. The units lost resource tab within a couple hundred from each other. Scarlett obviously has been mining quite a bit more throughout the majority of this game. Couple of corrosive balls take care of a missile turret, and that means there's no more detection for those Roaches. I still don't know. Who do we love it for? Do we love it for Scarlett because of the 30 work elite? Yeah, I guess with the lack of tanks, we gotta love it for Scarlett, right? Oh, and those are some sweet baby. Jesus, Fungals. That's a lot of Marines and Marauders going down. A couple of the medevacs falling, and the 30 supply lead turns into a 100 supply lead. That was a game-ending Fungal. A lot of battling, guys, but after 13 minutes, what felt like 20 minutes of battling, it is Scarlett who takes the 1-0 lead. What a great application from Talisman, guys. The map showing us that it needs to be taken seriously. That was a damn fun game. That is true, BBB dude, but it's also another Ling Bane game with a crazy high economy, right? It was kind of like a Roach Ravager game with a small economic lead, but not the biggest economic lead out there. So not necessarily that dramatic. But yeah, with Hive Tech coming online and whatnot. It was going to be fine for Scarlett, but that was the one Fungal to close it all out. I mean, Scarlett, our Canadian Zerg, takes the 1-0 lead. And game 2 will be played on ley lines. Hello, Bio, by the way. How are we doing, mate? Let's get ready for round 2. It was a fun game. The kind of TVZs that I think is what made people fall in love with TVZ a long time ago. There's non-stop battling, non-stop trades. Starts off with some Reapers, Roaches here, Roaches there, some drops. So, a solid TVZ. Fun stuff. 1-0 lead for our Zerg. Let's load into game 2.
Round 2. Fight!
Bottom left side of Ley Lines, it is our Mexican Terran player on a 2-series win streak on the Friday night. Took out Hydra, took out Nikic. This is Juanito SpeCial. Top right side, for the first time we welcome her back on the Friday night since a very long time, showing us that she absolutely still has it. Some fantastic multitasking and really good creep spread. This is Scarlett, of course representing the Shopify Rebellion. Gotta mention that I believe a couple of the Rebellion members are currently over in South Korea. Lambo's in Korea with Luv. RotterdaM is in Korea with Irene. I believe they're having a good time. Probably spending some time with Reynor as well. Everyone's in Korea. And Roddy is here on the Friday night inside LAN. It's fine. I'll go to Korea next month, guys. Shout out to Red Hawk, by the way, as well. I think I missed you, mate. You were kind of overshadowed by Captain Hair and those gifted subbies. But I hope you guys know you're always appreciated. Even if you don't get a shout out, you're always appreciated. It's semi-official, Athena. I have to book my own flight. But once I do that, we should be good to go. What are they doing in Korea? Sort of is getting married. And you guys have probably heard about the Great Guys a couple times throughout the years. The Great Guys is a group on Skype that eventually was forced to move over to Discord. Guys like Drogo, Spirit, Mini Razor, Zenster, Reynor, Lambo, sort of RotterdaM. They've all been very active in the Great Guys group for a long time. They've been friends for Lord knows how many years at this point. And sort of is getting married this weekend, and he has invited all his amigos over. Reaper runs immediately to the other side of the map and will scout a mega early roach one. So great scout over here, guys, for SpeCial. He's gonna be quite happy with that. I don't know, nor Bash Bash. I think so. Might be hard to find a Swedish lady over in Korea. I'm not certain. But I assume that it's very serious. It's a big deal. Everyone's coming over. So muzzle tov to sort of. It's just a year of the esports weddings. Dolores is getting married this year. Waddy is getting married. Sort of is getting married. What's next, guys? Waddy's getting married? If I do get married, guys, it's in Vegas, and all of you guys are welcome. Straight at the Bellagio fountain, baby. On the street. Can't rent a room, but we'll do it on the strip. Best wedding ever. Classy, you know me. Hey, that's Vicky's wish, not just my wish. Vicky loves Vegas, what can I say? Scarlett has a couple roaches and a few slow circlings. I don't think it's very realistic to imagine a world where these units are going to accomplish a whole lot on this side of the map. SpeCial is still taking it serious. Getting a bunker. Can obviously salvage the bunker later on. Overall, I do like this opening for SpeCial. See, guys, it's not my dream, it's Vicky's dream. Contribution to the Bellagio wedding. You know it, babe. We'll make it happen one day. Revja gets picked off, couple roaches get picked off. SpeCial holds pretty convincingly. Now the real question is, can SpeCial also find a follow-up where we can contain the creep and slow the Zerg down a little? Totally welcome, Stuart. Totally welcome, man. Maybe the Santa Monica Pier would be a great place too. It's kind of beautiful, no? Who has the most kills of all the SC2 players? If Artosis counts as an SC2 player, I think it's Artosis. Artosis has created a whole Pro League team, man. He is ready. You guys have been talking a little bit about Starcraft 3. Well, Artosis is getting ready. By the time that Starcraft 3 comes out, Artosis can form his own team. Ben, Demu only has one kit. Aster. Making siesta. He's almost there. Missile attacks and carapace on the way for Scarlett, who's currently enjoying a 13 work elite that is about to turn into a 20 work elite. Overall, I think SpeCial's gotta be happy with how this game has gone. A couple of weeks ago, when we saw SpeCial against Nickage, we had a couple weird openings, right? A bit of everything. Some Hellion drive-by, some Hyperflight Rotor, some Cloaked, or some Proxy Battle Cruiser. None of that. Zerg just always drones up so freaking quick. If you find that window as a Zerg player, by applying a bit of pressure, scaring your opponent, and knowing you've got a bit of freedom, and you're good enough to take full advantage of that, it feels crazy, right? That Scarlett, who opened up with such an early Roach War, made a couple of Ravages early on, now has a 20 worker lead. That's definitely not how it works, Hopsaya. I hope you're not serious about that one, mate. Thanks for the 8 months, but they work together. And that is absolutely not how it works. Those two have nothing to do with each other. That's never a thing, mate. If it wasn't for EWC, I do think that the ESL Pro Tour would have probably stopped last year already. So, if anything, EWC kept the Pro Tour alive for another year. That is the only way to look at it. I mean, it's sad timing because they kind of work together, right? They were probably part of the same negotiations and trying to find a way to justify all of it. I don't know the entire story, but please don't see us EWC as the bad guy, because EWC is very tied into ESL anyway, in a way. I don't know. We'll see. We will see where the entire Starcraft dude journey takes us, guys, but I've said it many times, I'm never that worried. I always feel there is more cool stuff to look forward to, and I hope to see all of you guys over at the next Home Story Cup, or over at Stardust Agora, or maybe we'll have a cool offline qualifier. We'll never know. But never be too worried. Thank you to Hi Jaman Joe, matey, for the 4 months. I appreciate it. What is RD 2.0? Why? What did I do? Yeah, the initial follow-up by Juanito is definitely not quite it. But we are going to be able to keep the creep at bay. Fungal does connect with a couple of these Marines. Oh my goodness, more Fungals. The corrosive balls don't connect this time. Gonna get the Homesteader Cup. Honestly, if you guys, I always say it, but if you can, you really should. Home Story Cup is a really fun time, and it's a great time to spend some time with other fellow StarCraft 2 nerds. And whether you come for the games or for the social aspect, you have a great time. Looks like it's going to be a quick trio of Scarlett. Hopefully not, mate. Scarlett's only lost 8 units. This is a pretty bizarre unit lost there. But SpeCial left a lot of units at home, guys. We have missile turrets here. We have a sensor tower. We have a couple tanks. I'm not loving it, but okay. We had a couple tanks. Now we have... Okay, we still have a couple tanks. I think off-creep and on-creep is a completely different ballgame. Attacking is always a lot harder, especially if you have to attack on-creep than defending way off-creep, close to your immediate reinforcements. Obviously not looking omega hot for SpeCial, but I think there is still some room to dream, some room to pray. Scarlett is definitely looking mega strong so far tonight. We had a crazy amount of channel points being wagered on Scarlett before the series started, and turns out once more, you guys just know what's up. This is one hell of a play by SpeCial as he loads up 4, even 5 medevacs to yellow it to the other side of the map. Scarlett will see at least 2 of them. Does not see all of them, but sees 2 of them. If Scarlett would have seen all of them, I think she full sends it here and probably breaks. She's now gonna see it because Scarlett, her cruise threat is just always so good. Throughout history, it's been exceptional. And the more cruise threat you have, the more vision you have, the more of a heads up you give yourself to deal with these kinds of counterattacks and drops. Scarlett is definitely looking mega strong. Juanito with a bit of a YOLO stim into the top. This is actually not a bad play. No medevacs needed. Probably the most successful play of the game so far. SpeCial. Guns down. 20 something drones still dropping in the main as well. There are ooh, Scarlett almost killed her own Nidus. SpeCial should have dropped the Marauder there to finish it off. There is a Viper that is looking for some energy. Whatever the name of that spell is. I never know. Leech? Is it Leech, guys? Probably not Leech, right? Oh, the counterattack's definitely quite good, but SpeCial's also losing a lot of units. And Scarlett has money in the bank. Scarlett lands a Fungo, kills all 3 medevacs.
Hat-trick.
Maybe if we can get a planetary fortress up. That was a lot of supply that Juanito just lost. I don't know if he can hold, guys. I do not know if he... with the planetary finishing up. Without a planetary it'd be very rough. With a planetary maybe. Now the doors are kind of open over here at the third. That is a decent amount of tanks, but we do need some buyer to protect these tanks. We have a couple of Marines and Marauders coming in from the top side. This is a great catch by SpeCial as he finds the infestors, all 4 of them.
Quad kill.
That deserves a quad kill if I've ever seen one. That is a great catch. That is an absolutely fantastic catch. And that's probably going to slow Scarlett her aggression down a little bit, which will hopefully for Juanito allow him to macro up. I don't know about moving out right now with all the tanks. That is ambitious. I feel like there's not a whole lot of bio protecting the tank. It is a lot of tanks, to be fair. Maybe it's okay. Ghosts on the way, couple Liberators on the way. Be impressive if Juanito is able to make something of this game. Oh, the blinding clouds though. We knew there were Vipers. It's not going to be a blinding cloud. It's going to be an abducted first. It's a lot of tank shots. SpeCial, this tank move out felt a little bit crazy to me, but it's absolutely working out. Queens are going to use Burrow. One of the queens gets picked off immediately. The other one gets saved. These medevacs are in a bit of a dire spot. Parabomb, Fungals. The empty one dies. The full one lives. Not too bad. Medevac loads up 5 Marines and a Marauder. Is there hope, guys, for SpeCial? Could we get a proper main event here on the Friday night? Starting to look a little bit better. The more circles I see, the more confident I get in Terran's abilities. 23 Banes, 19 rods. Scarlett, her army is not quite a dream army. Scarlett does have a lot of minerals in the bank. Decent amount of gas, not a crazy amount. You're rooting for Juanito. I'm always just rooting for a fun series. The longer the games go, the happier I am, the happier you guys are. And in the end, may the better video gamer win. The longer it goes, the happier I get. I think overall tonight we've had a really good night of games already. Especially Eric versus Gunner game 1, so fun. Can't ask for a whole lot more. A couple blinding clouds do land on the tanks in front. One ultra's leading the charge, but there is a circle, guys. There are multiple circles, and circles hurt. Scarlett remaxes on 8 ultras. Very pricey. Not the first time tonight that we see a Liberator with auto attack trying to do its thing. That is a risky hot pickup. How much? Barely any. There's 11 health, Juanito. No! Why? Guys, why are we loading 4 Marauders into an 11 HP medevac? Who could have ever seen that coming? Oh, yeah. Scarlett remaxing on what almost feels like it's pure ultra. Chitinous plating is done. Regular armor. Oh my god, it's +3. Oh, that's gonna be so hard. Oh, we have no goals, we have 1 lib. Oh my goodness. Thank you to Suri for the raid. I hope you're excited for the weekend. Tomorrow, guys, is a very big Macabellum day on this channel. You guys will see a lot of names from the past, like Vibe and Greatorp and Mr. Bit. I play some Macabellum on this channel. Suri is one of the best Macabellum players and streamers in the world. If you guys like Macabellum, definitely give him a follow, check him out. Great guy. Even though he destroyed me once in a show match. That was honestly a bit uncalled for. I want a different teammate. We have a Nidus network going up in the bottom left. Yeah, the SCV. good enough. It's close, but it's good enough. Oh my goodness, the Ultra's gonna just move commanding through tanks. I don't think we have an answer for this many Ultras, man. 8 Ultras, guys, with maxed out armor upgrades is so damn difficult to deal with. SpeCial throwing down some scans, still trying to make some chaos happen. The counterattacks are good. SpeCial is just very broke. Cannot lose these medavacs. We need more gulls, right? Kind of feel like we either need a crazy amount of libs or we need a lot of gulls to realistically have a shot. Another Nidus attempt in the bottom of the main. SpeCial has an answer for it. Definitely a fun action-packed game so far between SpeCial and Scarlett, but Scarlett just seems to have the upper hand. Are the Ultras good enough here off-grid? No spellcaster support. There's one Viper coming in, couple Vipers coming in. Blinding Cloud so good, forces the Marauders to run into the Ultras. And the Ultras are like the honey badgers, they just don't care. Fighting in the range of a planetary bio. Definitely an expensive send by Scarlett, but I think Scarlett can afford it. I think Scarlett is gonna get what she is looking for. The planetary, not quite. Expensive, but if you got 31 SCVs and you kind of reset the army of the Terran, I think we can live with it, guys. I think Scarlett is happy. A little low on gas, but she has plenty of gas income. Like she's mining currently 1100 gas a minute. Serious. So many Ultras this game. Scarlett has already lost 14 Ultras, guys. There's 3 more, there's 6 on the map, 3 on the way. Scarlett has built 23 Ultra list in 18 minutes. Kinda sick. Some serious Ultra numbers. SpeCial does take out another hatchery. Definitely not the first hatchery he's taken out. To make it the 3rd throughout the game. Killed 7 infestors, trying to push back the creep a little bit. Has a few Marines and Marauders on top of the... Oh, snipes 2 Vipers. That is big. Oh, just afraid, like, it's a tiny bit too late, but great run by again. 2nd fantastic run by on the side of Cornito. Gets the hatch, gets 2 Vipers. Can't say in gaming. Shots down the Nidus. The Reynor. It wasn't quite a fight. This was more like an unlucky interception. Maybe one dead Ultra. I mean, 80 army supply on the side of SpeCial. A fungal would be so painful. There is a little fungal on 4 Marines and a Marauder. I love J-Money. Another Nidus attempt. This time we're gonna unsiege the tank and the Marauder. SpeCial definitely on top of that. Scarlett trying to break open the original 3rd with all of her Ultra list. A couple of Banelings, a couple of Infestors. Lands a great fungal. Connects with Marines and Marauders. Sends the tower. Goes down. Just too much. Juanito is absolutely battling his heart out, but I think it's just too much, guys. Scarlett is so rich. Her macro is still so good. And her ability to take some damage, but bounce back from it immediately. Spread creep non-stop. Always apply pressure. Scarlett, if she's feeling it and she's playing some Starcraft, is so ridiculously good in this game. Hard to deal with. Juanito may be one of the best Terrans we've ever had in the foreign scene, or maybe even overall in StarCraft 2. The man has made it into his semi-finals of a BlizzCon. Very impressive, but it seems like Scarlett is just a bit better at the moment. SpeCial is trying, he is battling. Couple good results against some of the Europeans like Hydra and Nikic. Scarlett seems to be on another level, at least in the first 2 games. Not over yet, but Scarlett looking mighty fine so far here in the Big Brain Bouts. I don't think Scarlett even ever lost in the Big Brain Bouts, to be fair. I don't know if Winged is here, and I don't know if Winged can back me up, but I believe Scarlett only ever played once, and she defeated Gerald. So this would be her 2nd appearance in 92 weeks. Those are rookie numbers. Need to pump it up. Scarlett looking real good. Maybe the highest win percentage. Is J Money going to EWC? If that happens, J Money, whatever you win over in Saudi Arabia, I'll double it. I'm a generous god, guys. What can I say? J Money goes to EWC. Whatever he wins, I'll double it. I'd be so impressed, mate. Be bad if he wins the entire thing, eh? Aye, aye, aye. I'll never recover. Winner takes all. The most one-sided beat. I don't think it is, mate. I feel like we've had a couple Friday nights where we did have a few really one-sided series and it just didn't really go anywhere. There wasn't any hype. I feel like a lot of the games today have been very close, very competitive, back and forth. It's not that Scarlett wins while only ever dominating. Like, SpeCial has his moments. He finds damage. I think it's a good night of games, but if you don't agree, then it is what it is. Last year, didn't players just get 15k for showing up? Yes, but that also means that J Money has to qualify for the most elite StarCraft 2 tournament in the world. And I love myself some J Money, guys, but the odds of J Money qualifying for Esports World Cup 2025 are about as large as me making it as a player. Actually, they're a lot smaller than that. And I don't think I have much of a shot. So.
Round 3.
Fight.
I'll get a tattoo as well. Thank you to Foucault Spendulum for the 5 gifted subbies on the Friday night. That really makes me happy. Moonwater, Game 3. Seems like a great Terran map. It's kind of like a Ghost River. Clem would say 50-50. I say Terran favorite. Top right side of Moonwater. It is the main base of our Canadian Zerg, showing us that he's absolutely still one of the best Zerg players in the world in his Scarlett. Now we got some fun maps over here, guys. Monday night fun maps, Friday night fun maps. Oh, there he is, the champ. This one, 40% Terran, 60% Zerg. Why? What does Clem see that we don't see, guys? I'm not buying it. The champ is scamming us again. Top left side, guys. Let's hope that 40% is something that he can work with. A Mexican Terran player down 0-2. It is SpeCial. Yeah, no, I mean, TBD forever, I'm joking, but if there is a world where the Yapper J Money Magic makes it to EWC, guys, I'll be the first to give him the biggest hug that he has ever received, because I think it would be amazing. I've seen a lot of amazing things in esports. If J Money and his big mouth can somehow qualify for EWC, I think it'd be one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I think the odds of it happening are like 0.01%, but that's what makes it so cool. No dates yet, Lino. Overall, I think today was a big day, but it also still leaves us with a lot of questions. Questions I had before today, questions that I have after today. I'm sure that in the absolute near future we'll find out a lot more. Because the clock is ticking, guys. Teams, in regards to the Club Rewards Championship, they need to recruit players. For them to recruit players, they need to know who's going to make it. And for anyone to know who's going to make it, we need dates, we need qualifiers, we need tournaments, right? So I don't think it's going to take very long. Another very early Roach Warren coming out of Scarlett. Serral is obviously very fond of the early Roach Warrens as well in this matchup, but I feel like these ones are even earlier. Go get those games in, mate. You can do it. I believe in you. Shout out to the anonymous gifts up there for gifting a subby to the world champ himself. I love how Clem's dad actually subs to me, but Clem doesn't. Is this just like a boomer thing, guys, that I've got going on with Gross Papa? Roddy and Gross Papa get along, but you know, boomers and boomers, they find each other, but with the Zoomer generation, I'm just out of touch. Is that what it is? Is that why I'm failing? Oh no. I need to find the fountain of youth. Never, buddy. I never take anything personal. Or very rarely. Couple Hellions drive into the natural. Drones kind of clumped up. Oh, Juanito looking for those big shots. Not quite able. Oh, that's so frustrating. So frustrating because I felt that SpeCial saw the big shots happening, but wasn't quite able to land them. Not really, MG, have a great day. Scarlett herself was in my chat a couple weeks ago and saying that she was totally down to play in the Big Brain Bouts. So then I reminded her, I was like, Scarlett, the last time I asked you, you left me on red. It seems like that could be true, but now I'm down. I was like, alright, if you're down to play, we make it happen. And I couldn't do it last Friday because we had the special All Things Pro Rules Big Brain Bouts, but I basically immediately told her, 4th of April, if you're down, I'd love to have you. We'd love to have you as Basilisk. Easy. Yeah, no, if... I'm already thinking, like, who could we send out next? If Scarlett wants to play maybe somewhat more frequently, now that she's back in Canada as well. I feel like you can make a lot of fun matchups with Scarlett. Scarlett is always fun to watch. She needed the 150? I don't think she really needs the 150. I think she's just excited to play a couple games for us, put on a bit of a show. Scarlett also not the biggest fan, like Lambo, of some of the one-day events that we have on the Monday. So some of the other online tournaments are very spread out, and then yeah, you play countless of series, you don't win a whole lot. I don't know, I think Scarlett, sometimes they just feel like playing, they just feel like putting on a show. Like Cham's deal. I mean, Cham is very eager. I'm still getting DMs of Cham. Like, Roddy, anytime you need a Zerg, man, I'm here. I was like, I know, Cham. Some other Zergs that is kind of jealous. I had some Europeans get angry at me. Why do you always invite Cham? It's like, well, thank you, stir-fried penguin, for the 33 months. We gotta do it. Alright, guaranteed. Yuki wins in Japan. Max takes second. 1-2 for Red Bull. After the McLarens take each other out in corner 1. Big. I asked Australia a while ago, guys, but Australia really said that, or he said, I'm taking a proper break until there is some clarity around EWC. Now there is. So I do expect Australia to start playing a few more games again soon. And yeah, if we can make an Australia Scarlett series happen, let's do it. I'd be very happy if that happens, Geometra. I have a Yuki fan shirt. Anything in the top 6, if Yuki finishes top 6 or even top 7, I think he did a good job. Top 6 be awesome, top 4 be amazing. If you saw him on the podium, we have to build a statue for Yuki immediately. And Gabe has played quite a few times. Gabe played not too long ago, I think against... we obviously had HeroMarine against Reynor not too long ago. I don't know if HeroMarine has played one more time after that, but... yeah, he did play against... I think Reynor was the last one. And we might get some Reynor action soon. Maybe we can get Reynor Scarlett, guys, ZVZ. That'd be kind of fun, though. How about a Reynor Scarlett main event? You guys into... I think... I'm digging that. Scan goes down. A SpeCial's trying to keep the creep at bay. We've got a Nidus going down in the natural. Scarlett has 10 Swarmos on the way, plus 1 missile attacks. Last time I saw Swarmos against Bio, it was at EWC. Where Dark did it against Maru. On Crimson Court, I want to say. Scarlett is actually an exceptional Dota player. I don't know how the MMR works in Dota these days, but there was a time where Scarlett was legitimately very, very high ranked in Dota. Like semi-pro level, basically. Nidus is going up next to the main base, right when SpeCial has moved most of his Marines, Marauders, and tanks to the center of the map. How are we gonna deal with this, Juanito? Good thing is orbital commands. Oh, a couple of the locusts actually go on the low ground. Hello? Alright, we pull it away. SpeCial says, I am not turning around. Not this time. He does have upgrades. He's got triple tank. It's a bit risky now. Moonwater, a bit of an odd map. Oh, one tank still. Siege. Fungal lands. Not the best Fungal. Only gets a single Marine. Juanito so confident in his bio army and his 2 tanks here. Is it good enough for our Mexican Terran? The boys is stimming forward. Kinda is good enough. Scarlett has 11 roaches on the production tab. There's another Nidus attempt, this time at the bottom left side. SpeCial saves his tanks, I believe. Yeah, 2 out of 3. One of them already went down earlier. Not bad by SpeCial. 80 workers, guys. Look at that. Locust land fully surround the bunker. Scarlett's army supply looks mega. Well, it's always very deceiving when it's Roach, Ravager, Swarmos. There's even a Banshee. Oh yeah, I think out of the 3 games, I like this one the most for special. No, the Banshee gets taken out by a corrosive ball. Right when I say I like this one the most for special. He manages to lose a very important unit against the Ravager. Oh. 10 roaches on the way. Couple swarmers ready for then. Oh, that's a mistake now. That's way too many locusts unloading on the low ground. Scarlett, I think, not really paying attention. Maybe didn't see. That is a mistake on the side of Scarlett. That could have done a whole lot more than what it ended up doing. The double Nidus play is so difficult, obviously, to keep track of. It's important for special, guys, that he finally pushes that creep back once and for all, takes care of the Nidus that works, and our army can grow. Because with 130, 140 supply, we're going to have a tough time ever taking a fight so good that we can win and send this to game 4. Like this, shutting down the Nidus at the top, shutting down the Nidus at the bottom. Now we just need to increase that army size a little bit on the side of Juanito. He's got +2 attack, he's got +2 armor. Scarlett working on her own 2-2 upgrades. Roaches, Ravages, firing a couple of corrosive balls. Nidus comes online in the front. Looks good for special now, guys. Hive not quite done yet. We've got some presence. It might not be a lot, but hey, it's 5 Marines and a medevac. I think it looks as good as any game has looked for special so far. Comes down a roach. I got some buckies. Somebody sent me 10 buckies. I don't know who it is, but thank you. I don't have any notifications on while watching these games. And I don't even use the activity feed of Stream Elements. I use the one of Twitch. I'll take 10 buckies. Cooking. There's an infestor gets sniped as well. Juanito, can he make this show go on for a little while longer? I am a believer, guys. Bottom right side base got taken out earlier as well. Hive tech is done for Scarlett, but Scarlett, her army right now is just not a dream army. We're looking at 19 roaches, 10 swarmers, 10 ravages, 3 infestors. It just is not quite it. And there's maybe a 40-60 map, in the words of Clem. I just think it's I mean, Scarlett does have a bit of a bank, has some resources to work with. Tank shots are good. Corrosive balls will at least take care of the first tank. Special throws down a scan. Can we deal with the 9 more SCVs falling. We have another Nidus happening in the main base. Buy some Heineken. You mean real life or stock, mate? I don't know what's cheaper right now, but it might be the stock. It's bad. A lot of the Marauders hop into this one medevac. A special continues to apply a lot of pressure. Scarlett's got a lot of money, guys. 4,000 minerals, 1,500 gas. I'm not sure exactly what we're waiting for. Maybe we're out of larva? No, we've got larva for days. Maybe Scarlett is just like not quite sure how she wants to spend her money. I don't know. Hello, Scanet. Life is good, mate. Oh, well, it's a roller coaster, but we always make the best of it. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Scarlett drops a Hydra then. Gets some of the tier 3 upgrades, a few more infestors, and 15 roaches. I think Juanito can end it. But it's hard to attack into infestors and ravages. And then you still have to worry about the non-stop Nidus backstabs with wave after wave of locusts. Fun game. A lot of the games tonight have been fun. Like Misago said earlier that he thinks this has been one of the most one-sided BBBs. If you guys joined later, if you're bored, watch Eric versus Gunnar Game 1. It's such an incredibly close, exciting, awesome game of Starcraft. I think overall throughout the night we've had a lot of pretty back and forth games as these ravages. I don't think we'll truly win the fight, definitely not against the tanks, but we'll win the fight against the Marauders at least. SpeCial is dropping in the bottom right. I feel like we're watching very dynamic Starcraft today, where it's both players finding victories, it's very back and forth, it's not macro up, one attack, game over, go next. It's been I attack, you attack, I attack, you attack, I attack, you attack. It's almost like a game of basketball over here. Non-stop harassment attempts with either Nidus or Dominant Claw Roaches, dropships. It's been fun. Really has been an action-packed Friday in my eyes. The opinions may vary, but there's been a couple Fridays where I wasn't Omega happy. It's been a good one. I think it's been a very, very solid. Scarlett does have a lot of supply here. Should be enough to at least push back the tanks and get those. Locust is so freaking annoying. Poor Juanito. That's a lot of medevacs over here, by the way, guys. 14 medevacs. That might be pushing it a little bit. SpeCial has lost 3,200 resources more than Scarlett. The Terran has lost 3 point something K more than the Zerg. That's crazy. But obviously, there was a time that SpeCial was mining a lot. He was at 80 SCVs for a little bit. Does find a hatchery. Scarlett is still stuck on a bit of an underwhelming army. And what's also very important thing to keep in mind. Ooh, okay, pick up! Medevacs! No, no! What are the tanks doing? A couple of big fungals on the medevacs. Tanks move commanding into roaches, ravages, and hydras. I hope for Juanito that he's at least finding a victory in the bottom right side. Doesn't really look like it. Unload some units. No, this is not really it either. Reynor flying over some of the hydra. And Scarlett, what I want to say, does not have a crazy amount of gas. He obviously has some gas, he's got decent incomes, he's got an arrow advantage. But it's not like Scarlett is sitting on 3-4k gas where nothing could ever go wrong for her. The game is definitely looking good. 7 swarm holes left at this point. Throughout the game we have made 10. So, in 10 minutes of swarm holes play, only 3 of them has gone down. Yeah, I think it has been a good series, no? Oh, that is a great fight for Juanito. This time it is Scarlett who is on move command. That's a lot of ravages there. That's a lot of hydras there. And now that gas problem that I mentioned earlier becomes a whole lot more important. And right at this moment, guys, when Scarlett loses all these units in the center of the map, Scarlett droned up, made like 10 or 15 drones, whatever the hell it was, ends up losing another hatch. Oh no, what a bad pickup, Juanito! Oh my goodness, it's a clown fiesta, it's NA Gaming. If he just stims up the ramp, he wipes the floor with 5 hydras. Instead, he puts a full medevac in a full squad, platoon, whatever, into a 1 HP medevac, and that one gets picked off too. Yeah, no, it's things slowing down a little bit again, which is always going to favor the richer player. Hydra, yeah, we've got Hydra Dash. Oh man, but they could have just stemmed up the ramp. There's not a lot of resources left, I think, in these bases for Juanito. This is the only real base he has. Hydra's dash forward one more time. Scarlett still maxed out. 113 army supply. Couple Vipers are gonna show up as well. Terror bomb. Yeah, it's starting to look more and more like this. In the end, will still be Scarlett her game. I think it's been a fun series. It's been really cool to see Juanito play some more Starcraft. It's fantastic to see more of Scarlett again. And also, if you're a Scarlett fan, this is exciting stuff because he looks good. He looks legitimately good. Fungals landing, Hydra's dashing forward. SpeCial with what I think is his last army. Does take a good fight. The Parabomb hurts though, and the Fungal hurts too. Oh. The fight on the ground is really good for SpeCial, but it is just the swarm. It is Fungals, it's Parabomb, it is Locusts coming in one by one. It's a low HP bio army stimming form. It's got it very low on gas, but 28 freaking Hydras on the production tab. They are dashing, they are going forward. Oh my goodness, what a fight. 4 more tanks siege up. Can the tanks for SpeCial make the difference, guys? Is there a world where the tanks can kill these 28 Hydras on creep? There's still 7 swarmers as well. Great fight, great effort by Juanito. One of the best fights he has taken. Parabomb. Nope, it's an abduct this time. Double abduct. -2 tanks. Viper leeching some energy. The Marauders and Marines go forward. Snipe the Viper too. The Locusts are painful though. The Hydras dash forward as well. I think this is the final fight of the series. SpeCial truly gave it everything he had. Through the kitchen sink at Scarlett there towards the end. One final Hail Mary. This wasn't quite enough. In the end, Scarlett holds. Is a whole lot more broke now than she's been in a very long time. Well, I think it's still good enough. Don't forget, I think you can just be on the high ground here, no? I'm not an expert, guys, on Moonwater, but can't the Hydras be on the high ground here and just attack these SCVs? Hydras dash forward one more time down the ramp. Almost using Moonwater as a water slide. Brings me back with that one fun Home Story Cup tribute map. Well, we had water slides. That's what we need. We need more water slides. Scan goes down. Marines and Marauders gunning down a few drones. How many workers have fallen in this game? 56 drones on the side of Scarlett and 67 SCVs on the side of Juanito. One final wave of Locusts continues to be annoying. 7 more workers go down. Orbital does land first. Legit, the first lurkers of the day almost, I want to say, no? Did we see like a single lurker today, guys? In any of my ladder games? Or in any of the other games? I don't think so, no? Scan goes down. Marines and Marauders are fighting once more. Scarlett is starting to run a little bit low on units, guys. These Hydras are not cheap. Where are the lurkers when we need them the most? In a weird way, I'm starting to get a tiny bit concerned for Scarlett because her gas bank is just completely gone. There is still a little bit of hope here for Juanito with 20 Marines. Obviously, the lurkers are terrifying. They've got seismic spines. Scarlett with a very casual 22-minute Zergling speed timing. That is one that if I was J Money Magic, I would write down in my notepad immediately. That's what's gonna bring you to EWC, baby. Oh, what a fun go. Couple lurkers, Hydras dash forward as well. Medevacs getting picked off. Every single time you have a little bit of hope for Juanito. Scarlett just shuts the door. But, guys, this is a base. This is most certainly a base. What a game. Insane game. The lurkers is so difficult to defeat though with just bio. We've got 6 tanks. Scarlett making another swarm host too. I don't know if that's the Vipers. Uh-oh. The Vipers get found in the center of the map. Scarlett's still up in supply but losing important units. But she does have lurkers. And lurkers are so powerful. Especially against just bio. What a series, guys. 23-minute game here on Moonwater. Scarlett back up to 84th round. This has been a night of Starcraft. You guys are going to tell me this was not a night of Starcraft. 8 hatcheries have died in this game. 74 SCVs and 8 hatcheries. This was a night of Starcraft. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if we have 17 more trios. I'll die on the hill of this being a proper night of Starcraft. This was night of Starcraft then. I'm just done. Oh, that is a little bit of a move command there on the Marines and Marauders. +1 melee on the way as well for Scarlett. It's kind of funny. Scarlett's starting to gather a bit of a gas bank again. The lurk is truly helping her securing some of these bottom bases that would have otherwise been so difficult to defend. Juanito does not have the kind of economy where he can just make a whole bunch of ghosts and liberators and have a proper answer for it. The Zergling speed is here and he's going to get on top of at least 1 tank. Remaining tank count is 5. We've got Vipers in the mix. We've got Lurkers. SpeCial kills another hatchery. That is 9 hatcheries dying in the bottom right. Bottom right, number 9. But Scarlett, her economy is still looking so strong. It's starting to work with some extra resources again as well. Abducts are of course going to land. Nothing that SpeCial can really do about it. He's got no ghosts, and if you have no ghosts, I don't see a real answer here to prevent these abducts from happening. SpeCial has absolutely battled his heart out, and I'm not going to start a goodbye speech yet, but it's no longer roaches and ravages. Now it's lurkers, guys. And there is a reason why our good friend Benjamin Baker is playing a lot of Age of Empires, and that is because stimming into lurkers is so damn difficult. And it often works for 1 or 2 or 3. And if you try to stim into 7 lurkers, that's when you turn to the left and say, Alice, look at this. I just don't get it, honey. I had so many Marines and Marauders. The lurkers are so powerful. I just don't think it's right. And perhaps that is what Juanito is feeling now as well. Blinding Cloud goes down. Parasitic Bomb lands into the middle of all the medevacs. And after 26 minutes, a proper slugfest, it is Scarlett who gets the job done. Lost 9 hatcheries, guys. How often do you get to see a ZVT where the Zerg loses 9 hatcheries, still wins the game? Fireworks. Honestly, very, very fun series. Even if it is a 3-2-0. It's an amazing, I thought it was a really fun set of games. Good effort by Juanito and Scarlett showing us that there are levels to this game. We can hype up the European Zergies like Nikic and stuff all we want. And Nikic is a damn good player. But SpeCial showed us that he's still a lot better than those kinds of Zergs. And Scarlett shows us that he's still a lot better than those kinds of Zergs. And perhaps SpeCial as well, but maybe in the future it could be different. Oh, my voice hurts, my throat hurts, man. That was so much yapping. A 6-hour and 21-minute stream on the Friday night. GG, Sasha. I had really fun games. Chat loved it. I loved it. I thought it was really good. Well deserved. $150 go to Scarlett. SpeCial will still get 50 for playing. That is, I think, my favorite thing about the Friday night and the Big Brain Bouts. Being able to always offer the players something. I am gonna go ahead and take a tiny break and drink some water because my voice really hurts. Like, it's so much talking. Long games, action-packed games. But I had fun. I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes, guys. And then we can maybe, discuss everything a little bit. Obviously, today was a eventful day in the world of StarCraft. EWC announcement, no more ESL Pro Tour. I don't know what it really means. I don't have all the answers. But hey, we can think out loud. We can read the statement. I also really want to watch this 2-minute hype video, even though I think that's going to make me sad. Anyway, I'll take a little break. I'll see you guys soon. Couple minutes, and then we'll talk EWC and whatnot.